If you have ever received a letter from the Social Security Administration and read it 3 times without fully understanding what it was actually telling you had changed, this video is for you. Starting in 2026, the Social Security Administration has been rolling out updates to its internal case processing and payment management systems. These updates affect how the SSA handles records, correspondence, and certain account-level reviews for existing recipients. And if you have noticed something different about the letters you are receiving, the online portal experience, or the way your case is being handled, there is a straightforward explanation for that. Today we are going to go through exactly what the new 2026 SSA system changes are, what they mean for current Social Security recipients, and what, if anything, you need to do. No jargon. No alarm. Just a clear explanation of how this works and what it means for you. I am Andrew, and I have been going through the SSA's published information on their 2026 system modernization initiatives, their updated correspondence guidelines, and their My Social Security portal changes. Everything here comes directly from SSA.gov and the SSA's officially published program updates. Before we get into this, if you find this kind of plain language explanation of Social Security and Medicare rules useful, subscribe and turn on notifications. Every week this channel covers one benefit topic in the same straightforward format, with no urgency and no drama. Now let us get into what the 2026 SSA system updates actually involve and what they mean for people who are already receiving benefits. The most common misunderstanding about SSA system updates is that any change to how the Social Security Administration processes cases or sends correspondence means that something is wrong with an individual recipient's benefits. When people hear that the SSA has updated its systems, the instinct is often to wonder whether their own payment is at risk or whether their file is being reviewed for a reason. This misunderstanding is completely understandable because SSA correspondence does not always make it obvious whether a letter is routine administrative communication or something that requires a personal response. But here is how it actually works. The SSA's 2026 system modernization is an internal infrastructure update, the same kind of technology and process improvement that large organizations undertake periodically. It is not a policy change. It does not alter benefit eligibility rules. It does not reduce payment amounts. What it does change is how the SSA manages records, sends notices, and processes certain administrative reviews behind the scenes. We are going to go through each part of this in detail so that by the end of this video you have a complete and accurate picture of what has changed and what is not. To make this concrete, let me use an example. Consider someone like Norma. Norma is 68 years old, lives in Savannah, Georgia, and spent her working years as a medical billing coordinator before retiring at 65. She has been receiving her Social Security retirement benefit without interruption since she filed her claim 3 years ago. In March 2026, Norma received a letter from the SSA with unfamiliar formatting and a different return address than previous correspondence she had received. The letter referenced her My Social Security account and mentioned a system update affecting how her records were being managed. Norma believed this letter meant the SSA had flagged her account for a review and that her payment might be affected. Here is what was actually happening in Norma's situation. The SSA had migrated its correspondence generation to a new document management platform as part of its 2026 modernization rollout. The letter Norma received was an automatically generated notification about the transition, not a case review, not an audit, and not a signal that anything was wrong with her benefits. Her monthly payment of $1,743 arrived exactly as scheduled. Nothing about her benefit had changed. Understanding what the letter was actually communicating would have answered her question in the first paragraph. This is not unusual. Thousands of recipients across the country received similar correspondence in early 2026, and the confusion it created was a direct result of the SSA's notification language not clearly distinguishing administrative system notices from case-specific communications. What the SSA's 2026 system modernization actually is, let us start with the foundation. The Social Security Administration has been operating on legacy technology infrastructure for decades. According to publicly available information from SSA.gov and the SSA's Office of Systems, the agency has been executing a multi-year modernization plan designed to replace outdated case management platforms, improve the My Social Security online portal, and update the systems that generate official correspondence sent to recipients. This type of infrastructure modernization is not unique to the SSA. Federal agencies are routinely required under the Federal IT Acquisition Reform Act to update aging systems that affect public services. The SSA's 2026 phase of this effort focuses specifically on 3 areas: how recipient records are stored and accessed internally, how the online My Social Security account portal functions for individual users, and how official letters and notices are generated and delivered. You might be wondering, does any of this affect my monthly payment amount? The answer is no. Benefit amounts are calculated based on your earnings record and the rules under the Social Security Act. System modernization does not alter those calculations or the rules that govern them. What it changes is the administrative machinery that surrounds your account. What changed with SSA correspondence in 2026? Now that we understand what the modernization involves broadly, we can look at what specifically changed with SSA correspondence. The SSA's updated document management platform, which began rollout in late 2025 and continued through the first half of 2026, changed the visual formatting of certain official notices, the return address on some correspondence categories, and the language used in certain automated administrative notifications. This next part is where it gets more specific. Under the previous system, routine administrative notices and case-specific notices were often formatted similarly, which made it difficult for recipients to quickly identify whether a letter required a response. The new system was designed to improve that distinction. However, during the transition period, some recipients received notices generated by the updated platform that used unfamiliar formatting before the SSA completed its public communication about the changes. According to the SSA's published guidance on correspondence procedures at SSA.gov, every official SSA letter includes a specific notice number in the upper right corner and a clear statement of what, if anything, the recipient is being asked to do. If a letter requires a response, it will say so explicitly and include a deadline. If it is informational only, it will say that as well. This applies in most cases. The exception is situations where a letter involves an appeal right. In those cases, the letter will include a specific appeal period, typically 60 days, and instructions for how to respond. In Norma's situation specifically, the letter she received included the phrase "no action required" in the second paragraph. It was an informational notice about the system transition. Because the letter looked different from previous SSA correspondence she had received, she did not immediately recognize it as routine, but the content confirmed that nothing about her case required her attention. What changed with the My Social Security portal in 2026? And finally, this is the piece that ties everything together. The My Social Security online portal at SSA.gov is the primary self-service tool for Social Security recipients. In 2026, the SSA updated the portal's interface, login verification process, and the way certain account information is displayed. Recipients who log in after the update may notice that the layout of their benefit summary page looks different, that the two-factor authentication process has changed, and that certain documents previously available as PDFs are now displayed in a new format within the portal itself. You might be wondering, if I cannot access my account after the update, does that mean my benefits are affected? The answer is no. Access issues with the online portal are a technical matter separate from your benefit status. If you are unable to log in, the SSA's helpline at 1-800-772-1213 can assist with account access without any effect on your payment schedule. The maximum Social Security retirement benefit for someone who claimed at full retirement age in 2026 is $4,018 per month. The average retirement benefit paid to all current recipients is approximately $1,976 per month, according to SSA data. Neither of these figures is affected by the 2026 system modernization. The modernization changes process, not policy. One thing worth understanding about the SSA's 2026 system changes is how they connect to Medicare. Recipients who are enrolled in Medicare Part B and have their premiums deducted from their Social Security payment may notice that the way premium deduction information is displayed in their My Social Security portal has changed. The deduction itself has not changed, only how it is shown on the account summary screen. This is not a warning, just something worth knowing so you have the complete picture when you log in and see a different layout than before. Before we finish, let me answer 3 questions that come up most often about the 2026 SSA system changes. Question 1. I received a letter with a different SSA return address than usual. Is it real? Answer, possibly yes. The SSA's 2026 correspondence platform update did change the processing center addresses that appear on some categories of notices. The reliable way to verify any SSA letter is to call 1-800-772-1213 and reference the notice number printed in the upper right corner of the letter. Do not call any phone number printed on a letter you are uncertain about. Call the SSA's main line directly. Question 2. My Social Security account looks completely different after logging in. Did something change with my case? Answer, no. The portal interface was updated as part of the 2026 modernization rollout. The information in your account, your benefit amount, your payment history, your direct deposit details is the same, only the visual layout changed. Question 3. Will the SSA system update cause any delays in my monthly payment? Answer. The SSA has stated that the 2026 system modernization was designed to have no effect on payment processing timelines. Your monthly payment schedule is governed by the SSA's published payment calendar, which is based on your date of birth, and that schedule has not changed. Everything we covered today applies generally, but your specific situation may have details that change how these updates affect your account. The most reliable way to get your exact answer: Gov, where your My Social Security account shows your current benefit information, payment history, and any notices specific to your case. For questions about a specific letter you received, call the SSA directly at 1-800-772-1213 and reference the notice number on the letter. For Medicare-related questions connected to your Social Security account, Medicare.gov is the appropriate resource. And if you need free in-person help navigating any of this, the Elder Care Locator at 1-800-677-1116 can connect you with a local benefits counselor. These resources are free, they are official, and they will give you answers specific to your situation, not general answers like this video does. One factual note before we finish. The SSA communicates by mail, not by phone calls claiming your account has been flagged by a new system, not by text saying your benefits are under review, not by emails asking you to verify your Social Security number due to a system update. If you receive communication like that, it is not from the SSA. You can verify any SSA communication by calling 1-800-772-1213 directly. I am curious, was there a specific part of the 2026 SSA system changes that you found most unclear before watching this? Leave it in the comments. The most common questions become future videos,